Welcome! In this video I'm going to show you an easy way to upgrade your old recessed lighting. Mine have a Lexan lens with a plastic trim that's yellowed over time, plus outdated CFL reflector bulbs. They're definitely showing their age, and the difference after this upgrade is huge. We'll install this metal retrofit recessed trim with a built-in LED that instantly modernizes the space. They can be installed inside your house too, and besides a ladder, you probably won't even need any tools. And just wait until you see how much brighter your home looks after this simple swap. Let's go. In the lighting aisle at Home Depot, you'll find these 5 to 6 inch metal recessed trim retrofit downlight with an integrated LED that's dimmable. I picked up a 4-pack for $34.97, even though I only need 2 so I have spares. There's a ton of other options like a 4-inch size, the color black, even smart ones. I love how easy this kit makes it to upgrade your existing can lights with a bulb to the sleek look of LED recessed lighting. See how this one is wet rated, which is good because I'm installing this on my porch, which is the last area of my house I haven't upgraded yet. For a quick unboxing, you get a use and care guide that has the install instructions for the different types of recessed cans so you can compare them to your light's housing to choose one. These are friction blades. I'll show you later how these are used if your installation doesn't use torsion spring arms into torsion spring slots of the can. Here's the LED downlight, and you can see how it has the sleek look of modern LED recessed lighting. This plugs into the socket adapter, and with a flip of a switch you can select your color temperature depending on your needs or preferences. This is the socket adapter, which makes the whole installation so easy. No wiring, you just need to screw this in where the bulb was, and then you insert the orange female connector of the LED downlight into the orange male connector of the socket adapter, and you have power. Okay, let's go install it. First, make sure the light switch is off. You can turn the breaker off for extra safety. Now, what started this project was the bulb went out, but when I went to change it, this plastic trim broke where it holds the torsion spring arms. So I had it rigged up here temporarily, and it fell apart even more when removing it. Here's a look inside. You can see where the bulb goes. Let's try to take the other one down without it falling apart so you can see how. This one is cracked. I didn't notice that before. You also have to be careful of wasps. We will talk more about that later. So you pull it straight down. I was able to get one side to do that, and then you squeeze the torsion spring arms together to get them to unclip. You squeeze them like this. Now that I got one side down, you can see how the torsion spring arms are in the torsion spring slots. Now here's a clear close-up shot how you squeeze the torsion spring arms to remove them from the slots. Now it's just hung up on the hole in the ceiling panel. So I just squeeze the spring arms together again and get it removed. As you can see, you don't need any tools to do this. I added this trim with a lens to keep the wasp out after we moved in. I next removed the old bulb. The LED downlight will be more efficient. They are estimated to cost only $1.53 per year to operate. Now before I install them, I'm going to reuse this round foam gasket. When I installed these in the house, they sit tight to the ceiling and I had no worries. But out in my porch, I want to keep the wasps out. So now that I've tried one to see that it fits, I want to clean them up before I install them. I'm using baby wipes to clean them. If you watch my other home DIY videos, you know I use baby wipes for everything. I'm having to keep cleaning my hands and workbench because these black foam gaskets are getting everything dirty. So I slipped the first clean one on. You have to work it past the torsion spring arms. I wish they would have included new white color ones in the kit. Okay, let's clean the second one in a flash. Now this foam gasket can't solve the gap in the ceiling panel grooves, so you're going to see me perform 2 different ways to try to keep the wasp out once we have them installed. So I give my hands a final wipe. Let's head to the porch. Now you're seeing me remove the electrical tape that I had originally installed to block the wasp from getting in, and then I use a baby wipe to clean the ceiling where the old trim touched. You see, in my head I knew I had to seal that gap, and I had this rubber D-strip weather strip roll, and I thought it would be better to stick it in that gap. It's self-adhesive, and you just pull back the release liner. I cut a piece. Let's go try it. I go ahead and peel off the release liner and stick it in the gap, then cut it to size, and repeat that for the second one. Next, I screw in the socket adapter. If you're getting value out of this video, please consider giving me a like and subscribing. So this is what makes this retrofit kit so genius. There's no wiring involved. It's as simple as screwing in a light bulb. Now I connect the LED downlight to the socket adapter like I showed you on the workbench. Watch how I squeeze the torsion spring arms together and place them in the torsion spring slots of the can. Super easy to do. Let's go install the other side. Now this side's a little bit more tricky because with the other side installed, you have less room for your hand, but it's still not too hard. Just get one arm slotted in, then maneuver the second arm into position, and push it into the second slot. That's it, you can do it, just take your time. Okay, now we just need to push it straight up. You can see how the arm stays slotted and just goes straight up into the housing. One final push and it's tight to the ceiling. But check out my weather strip solution, not looking great. It looks like I made a perfect entrance tunnel for the wasp, never mind the gap on the side. I give it a baby wipe and my hands too. The old gasket, despite cleaning it, was still messy to work with. Now to try to salvage my solution for the gap, I take some tub and towel silicone I had, double up the weather stripping, and fill in the holes, and reinstall it. This was a complete waste of time, so learn from my experience. I should have just installed it sideways, or better yet, don't fix what's not broken, and kept electrical tape. But this is how projects go. You fight through the problems, learn, and try again. So I give it one final push and cleaning. Here's how it came out. As far as I can tell, the wasp shouldn't be able to get in. What do you guys think? Now this is the window weather stripping I thought I had when I came up with my original idea. This would have worked much better installed sideways, not the D-strip type with holes. We're not going to make that same mistake twice. So I once again start by cleaning up the ceiling, prepping for the second light install. Just wait till you see the reveal shot at the end how bright these lights look. Now here's a shot of the electrical tape I originally installed when I added the plastic trim, which has worked out great, so I'm going to replace the other side that fell off when I removed it. This gives me an opportunity to show you how I do it, so when I try to stick the first piece it won't stick. So of course I bust out my baby wipe and clean everywhere where I need the tape to stick, let it dry, and try again. Now it's sticking, so I layer 3 pieces of tape, one across the middle of the gap, then one a little higher, then one lower, making a nice barrier so the wasps can't get in. Let me show you a close-up how it came out. At this point I was like, why did I try to reinvent the wheel? Electrical tape works out great. So if your project is out on your porch with a similar ceiling, now you know the easiest solution. Or purchase the proper extra thick foam window seal. This seam is fine because the wasps can't get in this way. Okay, I'm going to speed this one up so we can get to the reveal, but you guys know the drill. Screw in the socket adapter, plug in the LED downlight, then squeeze the torsion spring arms together to get them to clip in the torsion spring slots, and push it up until it's tight to the ceiling. Little effort with big payback. Let me show you how the electrical tape looks with the light installed. No wasps are getting inside there. This one came out nice. I'll give it one final wipe to get my fingerprints off. Let me show you a few more configurations. Now for clarity as we go through this is the housing or can, and this is the baffle or trim piece. Okay, if your housing is only 5 inches, loosen the screws on the torsion spring and slide the brackets to the 5. And retighten the screws to secure the torsion spring in place. And then it installs exactly how we did on the porch, just in a 5-inch housing. Now if you remove the existing trim and bulb from the housing, and there are no torsion spring slots, here's how to add friction blades. You just remove the screws with a Phillips screwdriver, then remove the spring clips. You choose the 5 or 6 inch setting, and just screw it in exactly how the spring clips were installed, and you just repeat that for the other side. This is what it looks like when finished. And then once you install the socket adapter and plug in the connectors, you insert the can. Everything is illustrated and described in the directions. Now the ones in my house, I had a baffle or trim piece like this, and it was held in place by torsion spring arms like this one. Sometimes the socket is attached to the baffle or a bracket, and you squeeze together the clips to release it. And then the LED downlight installs exactly how we did in the porch. I've even seen before where the trim and the baffle are 2 separate pieces being secured by springs. One part of the screen is on the baffle, the other in the housing, and you just have to reach in there and pull the spring from the housing to remove it. And then finally, the directions have instructions if yours has shallow housings or non-Edison based socket LED housings. And yes, you can dim these LED downlights. I've updated most of my house with smart light switches that are dimmable, and they work great. We dim them all the time. They've lasted well over 10 years without any issues. So definitely consider this upgrade even if your recessed lighting is using LED bulbs, if you like this more modern look. And of course, my smart switches can turn them on and off. But for my last suggestion, order more than you need, so you have matching spares like you would with light bulbs. I hope all that information helps. So that's it guys, thank you if you made it to the end. Let me remind you what my lights looked like before, really dated, and now with the change. Way cleaner with a more modern look. Please remember to hit the thumbs up if you liked this video, and be sure to subscribe to watch more home DIY videos just like this one. Put any questions in the comments and maybe I can help you with your project. If you're wondering what color I chose, it's set at 2700 Kelvin, which is warm white. If you set it at daylight outside, with the whiter light, you'll get a lot more bugs. Click on the playlist link on the screen to check out all my other lighting videos. I have DIY videos on installing recessed lights, installing heavy or regular light fixtures, and even how to install or replace a photo sensor. Thanks again for watching, and keep DIYing. See you on the next one. Bye now.